Hi, Gary Hewitt here, and I'm here with Maggie Huang from Eastwind. And you are a Feng Shui practitioner. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Right.
Okay, good.
Correct.
And you've got a really cool little... Well, first of all, tell us what Feng Shui is.
Oh, Feng Shui is from Chinese cultural, and
Yes.
it's an art and science, of which is 5,000 years old.
Okay.
And Feng Shui is about energy,
Mm-hmm.
energy of personal energy, space energy, such as our living space,
Yeah, okay.
and the Mother Nature. It's those three dimensional energy interact together to give us the quality of life.
Okay, so it affects the quality of your life.
Indeed.
Okay, and as I understand it, and I don't pretend to be a great Feng Shui expert, but what I understand is that you said there's both an art and a science to this.
Right.
Right, and you take a look at a particular space.
Right.
And then you balance the objects and arrange things in there so that the energy flows in a peaceful and a harmonious way.
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct. It's harmony and balance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the furniture, such as how to set up the living room.
Okay.
So to have a welcome and harmonious feeling, and set up the office, make it more productive.
So you do both houses and offices.
Yes, right.
Okay, good. I think that clear.
Yes, and it's a way to connecting the personal, how we eat, how we sleep, and how we interact with our daily life, such as job, and interact with the society.
So explain, because this is the first time I've heard eat and Feng Shui together. So that's kind of cool. So explain that.
Well, eating, so because the energy, right?
Yes.
When we into Feng Shui, we into energy. Eating is provide us the fundamental energy.
Yes.
So how we eat is, well, beside the nutrition of the food, what I'm saying is the orientation when we eat. We certainly alignment with a certain directions.
Okay.
That's why I use the compass. Scientifically, we want to sit the places that feel comfortable and secure and inter-align with the Mother Nature to enjoy the nourishment.
Okay, so we'll get to this cool little toy in a minute because it's cool and it's a toy and I like tech stuff.
Yeah, sure.
But let me clarify with what you're saying with the eating is that number one, it's about aligning the space, so your eating table and chairs,
right,
and aligning you so that you feel in the right space to absorb the nutrients from the food.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I got it.
Because out of Feng Shui, there's a system. Every people have a good direction when we align with the magnetically, potentially.
Okay.
We all have 4 good direction and sectors.
Yes.
And 4 negative direction and sectors.
Okay.
So this totally out of the yin and yang, the philosophy and the value of it.
Okay, so this is based on the magnetic fields of the earth.
Right.
Right. So you've actually got a compass here. So you're going to show us a little bit about that.
Yes.
Right. And now, should everybody sit the same way, or are some people different energy and have to be treated differently?
That's a good question. Every people have different energies, such as when I was born in a certain year. So the west and the southwest and northwest and the northeast, those 4 good directions is good to support me. So when I sit to eat, I tend to align with one of those good directions. That either give me the support, give me the productive, or the nourishment. So I try to alignment with it when I eat, which is a very important portion of our life. As well, that is the same thing applicable to how we sleep, to set up the bed. Because we normally, every people spend about 8 hours a day, average in the bed. So when we lie on the bed, we're totally unprotected and we're open. And we need to heal, recharging. So when our head alignment to a certain direction, that will give us a certain different interaction and connection. So I try to sleep alignment with one of my good direction.
Okay. So you've got 4 directions.
4
Everybody's
good direction.
got 4 good directions.
Good direction, very fair.
But my directions could be completely different from yours.
Yes. based on the date of birth.
Okay.
And
right. So that's probably what this cool little toy does?
Yeah. So
okay.
these are called the Feng Shui compass.
Yes.
It's like a computer of the energy.
Mm-hmm.
So every ring, they have about 12 different rings. That is about 12 layers of the energy. So first of all, it works as a compass, a regular compass. I give you all the direction for sample. Okay. So here, where I sit, actually when I choose the sit, I follow my intuition.
Okay.
So in fact, alignment with the northwest.
Okay.
And which is the backing to the different opposite direction. So northwest is happen to be my nourishment. So I feel more relaxing and more energetic. If I spend more hour here, the impact will be stronger. Okay. So scientifically, you can't deny that the alignment. And each home, doesn't matter how big and how small, we all have our orientation.
Yes.
And that's why Feng Shui part of the art, which is related to architect and interior design, as a science, is the all alignment with the actual direction of where, like the northwest is going to sunset, and the southeast is lots of wood energy, everything waking up and meeting the sun. So those big power of Mother Nature is there. You, as a human being, I will always tune into that, guide my client to tune into what they can benefit easily.
Yes.
Like when we sleep to a direction that will favor us, we sleep better, we're more relaxing.
Okay.
And when we walk...
Everybody could do with better night's sleep.
Yes. And walk, like you want to have support and teamwork. So you set up your office, have your computer in a perfect location and direction. And when you feel ease in that orientation, the magnetic influence to you is really wonderful.
So this is fascinating because I sit in front of a computer.
Yeah.
Would it be difficult to figure out which way? So if I give you my birth date, you plug it in, and then you could tell me which way my computer or I should be facing when I'm sitting in front of my computer.
Yeah, in fact. And that's why when I said Feng Shui is a science, it's based on the numerology and of the I Ching that come from I Ching. I'm not sure you heard about I Ching or not, but I Ching is the first book of Chinese culture, a book of change, and a book of divination. So all the oracle, the divination and explanation and how a human surviving and how we design a city architecturally and all the philosophies are based on that.
Yeah.
So when I get back to the reality based on your date of birth, because you have no control when you were born, right?
Yeah.
But however, when you were born in a spring day like that, a spring month like that, you really capture lots of wood energy on the air.
Well, I was born January 22nd.
January 22nd, because I Ching is based on the Chinese calendar, it's a moon calendar. Sometimes it's very interesting that between January to February the 4th, it could be fall into the year in the front or could fall in the year at the back. That's why Chinese New Year are different every year. So may I ask what's the year?
1960.
1960. Yeah. Okay, based on that we have a formula like... you always said it's a mathematical.
Mathematical.
Yeah, mathematical. So we use based on I Ching, this formula comes out. So we use a calculation. So you will become number 2 person.
Okay.
Number 2 person that, or when you align.
My wife thinks I'm number 2 a lot of times. That's all right.
That's good. You see, life is really resonating, right?
Yep.
No matter what, so we'll find our secret, unfolding layer by layer. That's why interesting Feng Shui is layers on layers. Like seeing all the things, and suddenly you realize why I walk into a certain room, I like a certain color, and I like to sit in a certain place in my home, and then you use the scientific to check it out, and it happened to you as a number 2 person. The Southwest is wonderful for the career luck. We call it more interact with the society, and the Northeast will be your wealth, the money, or spiritual wealth as well. And then the West become your health. So if you want to improving the health in your home, you might check into the the west sector of your home.
Okay.
Either the west sector of your living room, the west sector of your bedroom. And then you want to alignment with yourself to the west. So that if you don't have a west to choose, sometimes then you might choose the northwest, the second good direction. So there's always a choice to do and always a room to improve.
Yes.
It's very practical.
Yeah, that's amazing because I understood a little bit about Feng Shui, like what it was intended for.
Yeah.
But what I learned today, and this is fascinating, is that everybody is different. That I didn't realize, right? And because of that difference, because it thought to me, well, hang on, that would mean like everybody's got to have their house set up exactly the same way, right?
Life is not like that, right?
Well, I know, and I just couldn't understand how how we could have all these variations and everything, and yet now that explains that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was really kind of cool. So you're obviously, this is what you do.
That's what I do.
Yes.
I go to
and you
people's
do it
houses.
really well.
My feedback is good. I have lots of energy back from my clients, so I believe it's good.
Yes, excellent. Can you give us an example of a success story?
Yes, and about before I really practicing the professional for my client, I have lots of requests from our family business East Wind in the Glebe.
Yeah.
So one of the client walks in one day and he's a famous florist in town.
Okay.
And he walked in and he read a couple books and he heard about Feng Shui and his health is really down that way and he worried he might not last.
Okay.
So, and I just finished the my complete courses with my beloved Master Lilian Chu in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. So, and I said, hold on, I'm going to do your consultation in next week, but not now. So,
how long did you study? How long did it take you to learn?
Take me. I was grow up in a family.
Yeah.
Traditionally practicing it.
Okay.
And it took me about 10 years.
10 years. So this is not a simple thing. There's quite a lot to it.
Yes, it's never end to.
Okay.
It's easy to get into it, but as doing it as seeing the result, it takes some time to marinate and to able to dance.
All right. So let's get back to your success story.
He's good. So he's in a desperate. So next day and next week, so a couple of days later, I end up in his home. And he just have totally faith with Feng Shui and have such a good feeling. So as soon as I go to his home, before I provide a written report for my client as well.
Okay.
But he could not wait for my written report, and he just over the phone. And when I told him on the site, I always do home visit site to be precise. So he just I did it. Next 2 days, he would get his team do renovation.
Okay.
I mean, I have to go and make a note that Feng Shui is not really have to do renovation, but his extreme cases, he want to do it as the way I exactly. So he have bring in the team, he did it within 6 months, and he's happy as that is about 10 years ago already, right?
Wow.
So, and another good example is
congratulations.
It's quite rewarding.
Yes, absolutely.
It is, and he gave me lots of gifts and a book and that he wrote and things like that.
Wow.
So another client recently is an older lady, and she's stuck in a retirement home but with lots of care, and she never thought she can move out her boxes, and she could not stand alone that much. I mean, So she has to ask me on the phone, and then you and I come over, and I fix it. I visit twice, and within about 8 months, and she able to move out of the retirement home, live individually.
Wow.
Taking a vacation, just finished the trip to Cuba, and she always give me a hug.
Wow. So you actually worked on the space she was in the retirement home.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where you live, what size, because retirement homes aren't huge.
It's one bachelor.
Right. So and you in that space, because you can't do any renovations in there. In that space, you can make enough difference. You made her feel better that she reclaimed her life. That's
and
amazing.
her daughter in another town. And
High five.
I think that's incredible.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a success story.
I'm not taking as my credit. I'm taking as my client's belief.
Yes.
Because I asked her to change the bedroom, change the bed position. I told her to move it, and I set up the stone. By the way, I use lots of gemstone because I find it's very helpful. Mm-hmm. So I set up a different chart according to her personal energy, and I told her that the dragon year this year, because she's a yellow monkey, was born in the yellow monkey, I said dragon year is the successful year.
Okay.
So, and you just need to do that. And she said, well, I have no choice. So she's been through many things. So that's the only choice I'm going to do it. So she's not able to take vacation for the last 25 years because the health issue.
And
she's
able
now
to do it. She just
finished the trip 2-3 weeks ago.
Wow. Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
and,
So it's easy to see why you do this.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And myself benefit a lot from it too.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us today. I learned something new, and I always love that.
Oh,
right?
Great.
And I got to see a cool toy.
Yeah,
I got to meet a really wonderful person.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are too. I love to meet you.